Hi everyone. So this is going to be our first of many videos, and I want to let you know that each week you can prepare to see me with my glorious crown. I'll be introducing a new one each week. I have not started making them personally, but perhaps I will. Um, I wanted this to be my platform to explain certain things that I love and that I'm currently doing for Rising Soul Chronicles. And as of late, I've been putting a lot more declarations in our prayers. I've been putting I am grateful declarations. But if you've noticed anything about my prayers, I am always giving gratitude. Initially, when I first started doing my prayers, um, I would have a closing thank you in it for God or whichever spirit I was speaking to in the moment. But I've decided that I want my prayers to be more filled with gratitude. And so you'll see them now more, tailored to that. And I feel that oftentimes we're so consumed with praying for things and, God send me this or God send me that or Spirit send me this. And we're not thinking about the gratitude behind that. I find that my heart is so full when I'm just thanking everything in advance. And you can call it manifestation, you could label it however you'd like to. But I I'm grateful. I am grateful for every beautiful thing that God sends my way, that my beautiful spirits bring for me. And I try to convey that in my prayers and in my messages and in everything that I share for Rising Soul Chronicles. And you don't have to do it my way, but this is my page, so we're gonna do it however I want to do it. But I love to be thankful. I love the gratitude behind it. And I recall at one point I kept receiving messages that I wasn't grateful enough, and it wasn't that I wasn't grateful enough. It was that was I truly feeling and embodying the gratitude energy behind what I was saying, the words that were coming out of my mouth. And when I got to really reflect on it, I was grateful, and it wasn't that it lacked sincerity, but it lacked consistency. And, I wanted to make sure that I was getting that across the board more. And as we continue feeling that gratitude in our body, we can start to see and understand how it starts working in our favor. Um, and oftentimes when you pray for something, you can't expect it to just manifest itself or to just appear. You have to be patient. And I recall at one point, I was putting up some prayers and I was telling, my followers or people that I was working with that you can't paste the soil. You can't, plant the seed and then paste the soil. So just be patient with your prayers. And um, I have prayers for every season, every moment, every situation that you could possibly endure. So stay tuned for how I figure out, more so the way I'm going to structure these prayers going forward. And I do want to close this message with the prayer that I uploaded for this week. Last week I pulled a few cards for the energy of the month of May. And this week's card is the death card. And it's about, release, closure, and truly embracing new beginnings. Oftentimes the death card is seen as, something, it's just like the devil card, for some people, and it's really not. But as a Scorpio, the death card for me is something like, I saw it. I saw the endings, but endings for me are a sign that the new beginnings are on their way. So I want to share with you this week's prayer, and I have it in front of me. So prepare yourself for this beautiful prayer. I love it so much. I love all of my prayers. And sorry about that. I'm going to start off with our declaration. And it begins with, I am grateful that I release what has ended and step fully into a new chapter that supports who I am now. Sorry. God, I thank you for this first week, and I am grateful that I'm stepping into a period of change that's necessary, timely, and working in my favor. I thank you for what's ending in my life, and I am grateful that anything that has completed its purpose is being removed without confusion. I thank you for closing doors that no longer serve me, and I am grateful that I recognize what's finished and allow it to be what it is without holding on to it. I thank you for the ability to release what has already run its course, and I am grateful that I don't carry what no longer belongs to me into this next chapter. I thank you for separation from what's no longer aligned with my growth, and I am grateful that I move forward without attachment to old patterns, mindsets, or situations. I thank you for the renewal that's taking place within me, and I am grateful that my mindset is being refreshed, my energy is being restored, and my direction is becoming clear. I thank you that I am stepping into a new version of myself, and I am grateful that I think differently, respond differently, and move aligned with greater awareness and control. I thank you for the space being created in my life, and I am grateful that what's leaving is making room for something more stable, more aligned, and more beneficial for me. I thank you that I am not defined by my past, and I am grateful that I am able to move forward without being tied to what has already ended. I thank you for strength during this transition, and I am grateful that I handle change with maturity, understanding, and trust in what you are doing. I thank you that everything happening now is purposeful, and I am grateful that nothing is being removed or replaced without reason. I receive this fully, and I walk into this new beginning with acceptance, awareness, and readiness for what is next. Thank you for a clean break, a clear path, and a new chapter that's already working in my favor. Amen. I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for more.